Hare Krishna, everybody.
Mataji, sorry, interrupt. Yeah. Mataji, who is Vyom?
Vyom
Co-host?
is my Prabhu, my husband.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
I wanted somebody to record.
Thank you, Mataji. That's what I was wondering.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome to the Bhakti Vriksha week 62 class. So, till now, we have been learning 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. These qualities have been actually explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatan Goswami, one of his disciples. And today is the last class for these qualities. So we are now left with five qualities. Yes. So today we'll be on the 22nd quality, 22nd to 26th. Five qualities are left. With that, we'll complete all the 26 qualities. Next, so as it is a 64 weeks class, we are on 62nd today. 63rd is all about importance of a guru in our life, the duties of a guru, the duties of a disciple, which we will be covering in the next class. And with that, we will finish our entire course of Bhakti Vriksha. 64th is more of an interactive session when people are present actually in front of each other. Since this is an online class, so it is not possible to do that. So 64th class is uh, a meeting with, actual meeting with people. But here I am meeting with all of you online. So the 64th class is not possible, but we are completing the entire module, entire syllabus by 63rd week. And after that, I'm planning actually to do a summary of the entire 64 classes. So in case anybody has missed these classes, the important points, the important philosophies, important learnings, I will be covering all that. So it can be an entire class on that learning, or I can pick some learnings and mix it with another new topic. So I haven't yet finalized our next course, our next module. Uh, so I'll look into that. But yes, we do need, because 64 is a lot of syllabus. So I would want to refresh that syllabus. In case anybody has missed, please spread the word around. Let new people also see, because all these 64 classes are being picked up from Bhagavad Gita. All the learning that you're doing are actually present in Bhagavad Gita. So it is, in a way, you're learning from Bhagavad Gita only, all these 64 classes. So let's begin our class with prayers to Srila Prabhupada. I offer my respects to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. O spiritual master, I offer my respects to you, your servant of your Guru Saraswati Goswami. You're kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so we are starting with the nectar of holy name, the importance of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So it is said that by chanting, one can make his home life pleasant. Means your home can become like a temple. How when we visit a temple, we feel very happy and we feel very blissful. The same atmosphere we can create at home. And how? Just by doing four things. Number one, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Number two, cooking and offering food to Krishna. And taking prasad. Then have some discussion on books or about the philosophy of Krishna, like Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. And last, do service to Krishna. So many times I've explained that service to Krishna can be anything: stitching, painting, serving in the temple, or telling others about Krishna. That is also service. So if we create such kind of atmosphere in our house, then we can actually, then our home actually becomes like a temple, loving and peaceful and blissful. So we all should, in our own small effort, maybe there are families you people have who don't accept so many things about your chanting or eating food without onion garlic. But you can all try some little humble attempt, some small effort you can do and try to convince your family. If you can't, then at least try to give them some prasad. By eating prasad also, their minds can change. So our intention is that everybody should become Krishna conscious, especially our home should become Krishna conscious. Okay, let's move on to the qualities. So today we'll be doing 22nd quality. So I'll put it in the chat. 22nd, a devotee is compassionate. Okay, so what is the meaning of compassion? So compassion is something that if say somebody is suffering, like suppose you go on a road and you see some accident happen, how will you feel? Your heart will be full of pain for that person, right? That, oh God, I wish I can help that person. I wish I can take him to the hospital and give him some treatment, or even if you see anybody suffering, our heart goes out and want to help that person. So when we are talking about that a devotee is compassionate, compassionate here means that you want others also to become Krishna conscious. And why? Because becoming Krishna conscious means that is that direct path to free ourselves from the cycle of birth and death. We will know that if we somehow we can make that person Krishna conscious, then at least he has opened his route towards Krishna. He has started his journey towards Krishna. So in that, Prabhupada gives us four principles basically of how to practice this compassion. Little compassion we all have. That is why Prabhupada has given us four basic steps that how can we practice this compassion in our life. So compassion actually is true compassion actually is preaching about Krishna. So we do, yes, we can go to orphanage, we can give food, old age home, we can go and help, do some donation and help. But the real compassion is telling them about Krishna, preaching about Krishna. Okay, so that is the first step. The first principle is preaching about Krishna. That is the definition of true compassion, is what I'm giving according to how Prabhupada explains it to us. So the first thing is preach about Krishna. Then second is this compassion actually can come by when we have a very pure heart and we have a very genuine desire to help others. So being purity, having a pure heart is very important. If we have some selfish interest, then it will not be, then it is not true compassion. True compassion means we have a pure heart and we want genuinely that the other person becomes Krishna conscious. Okay. Third, whatever we tell up to others, whenever we are preaching to others, it should be based on the books given by Prabhupada. We should not have some other philosophy. We should not talk about some other, our own mental, we think of some ideas and we try to preach about to others about those things. No. Whenever we preach, the basis should be books. Basis should be the knowledge which Prabhupada has given us. For example, whatever you are, if or any of you want to help others in Krishna consciousness, then you have to refer these classes. If you can read, very good. If you can read Prabhupada, small books are there, in the temple. You can pick up a book, you can read, and you can try to understand, but you cannot read, no problem. If you're joining these classes, there's so much is been taught here. You can take the help of these classes, and with those, no, with that knowledge, you can try to preach others. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, don't create your own philosophy. Don't create your own ideas. Whatever preaching you do, it should be done by following Prabhupada books. And last principle is use all resources in Krishna's service. So what does that mean? We have money, or we have some, uh, you know, like some cloth we have got it from the market, and we feel that this should go to the temple. Maybe they can use that cloth in Krishna's service. Or maybe I have anything that is at home with me. I feel that it can be used in the service of devotees. For example, a small example I'll give you. When we used to have our classes, when I joined ISKCON, and uh, we used to have same kind of classes in another person's house. So we all will try to see that how I can get something from my house and take it to those classes. Like if I have like extra plates with me, I will use those plates in those classes so that devotees can eat prasad in those plates. So using everything for Krishna doesn't mean directly for Krishna. You can give it for Krishna's service also, Krishna's devotees also. So whatever resources you have, whether it is money or whether it is your time is also very valuable. If you have your time, you feel I can't give anything, I can just go and do some service. Yeah, very good. You can give your time in Krishna's service. So whatever you have, whatever little thing you have, you give it in Krishna's service. Many people, when Prabhupada was present, many people used to blame that, oh, ISKCON takes so much of money. So Prabhupada would say, yeah, why not? I will use all that money in building temples. It is not going to my bank account. I will use that money in Krishna's service. We will buy flowers with that for Krishna. We will prepare nice, tasty prasad with that money. We can stitch nice dresses for Krishna. So not that money, we do need money, right? Like we have these classes. We need money for these classes also. Nothing is free. So whatever we can do, we can use it in Krishna's service. Whether it is money or whether it is my time, my energy, try to use everything in Krishna's service. So that is the meaning of compassion, our first quality. Compassion means giving knowledge about Krishna to everybody. That is, so if you have pain in your heart that, oh, why should other people suffer? They should also be happy in Krishna consciousness. Then give them knowledge about Krishna. So is it clear?
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay. So next is a devotee is a friend. So devotee is a friend. It's very easy that, a friend, we all know a friend is a friend. But again, a true friend is somebody who supports, who guides, who encourages each other, not on a wrong path, not by telling wrong things, but by sharing spiritual life. So I'll give you an example. So suppose there is a pilot, okay? There's a pilot who flies a plane. Okay, now a new person joins. He's a trainee. So what is the duty of the senior pilot? He will train the new person. He will tell how, how to drive in a weather, when the weather is not good, what you should do, on all the technical details about the aeroplane, everything. So why does he do that? So that one day this new person can independently fly the plane, can independently, nicely, he can also become a good pilot. So similarly, a devotee as a friend means if there is a new person who joins, who wants to know about Krishna, so that a good devotee is the quality of a nice devotee that he becomes a friend. And like a friend, he shares everything about Krishna, the knowledge of Krishna to this new person. So that one day that new person also becomes expert in Krishna consciousness. See, ultimately, it is our own individual journey to Krishna. We don't have to, we are not going to die with other people. We have to die alone. We have to go back alone, right? So that is why we have to take care of our own journey. But when we have a devotee in the form of a friend, like you see, so many of you are here, like we are 24 people. So if we leave about Saurav and me, we still are 22 people. So 22 of you, if you see that there are no new people, try to help them because they are new. So some of you are here for past 3 years, 4 years, attending the classes, you know so many things. But as a good friend, you should help others. So actually, our other friends who are in this material worlds are not eternal friends. But in a devotee community, when we are talking about devotees of Krishna, we are eternal friends. Actually, if one day you're able to go back to Krishna, you will see that so many of those people who helped you in Krishna consciousness are also there. You'll meet them when you meet Krishna. So that is a true friend. A true friend will not leave you alone, will not misguide you. He will guide you at how you can go back to Krishna. So devotee as a friend is sincere. He is selfless. He doesn't think of his own interest. He always thinks about others' interest. He has no personal gain. He's not selfish. He has no bad motive in his heart. His only and only desire is that you become Krishna conscious and you finally go back to Krishna. That is, my dear, a true friend. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to next quality. Quality number 3. A devotee is a poet. We all know who's a poet. Do you all know who's a poet? Somebody who writes.
No, Mataji, we don't know. Some people are saying they know, some people are saying they don't know.
So if anybody has attended play schools, like in school, they teach poems or songs. Somebody who can write songs or poems.
Dance, some people are saying dance, some people are saying yes. Shilpa
No,
Mataji is
not
saying
dance.
poetry.
So songs. So okay, let's not talk about
Mataji,
poem.
deaf school, no, a little bit different. Song in a
Okay,
hearing school and
how
deaf
do I
school.
make them understand song?
They know what poetry is, Mataji.
They
Once
know.
said poetry, they know.
They know poetry.
Yeah, different forms, Mataji. Stories, it can be story format, it can be expressive form, basically express.
Expressive.
है ना?
So basically expressing yourself in words.
Does it have to be written, Mataji? It cannot poetry be signed or orated?
Yeah, why not? See, what the point I'm trying to make here is that a devotee's quality is that he can, even if he's not very literate, even if he's not highly educated, he doesn't know Sanskrit, but because of his love for Krishna, he can write very well. He can sing songs for Krishna because of his love.
Makes sense,
When
Mataji,
he,
makes sense.
yeah. So
Sorry,
when he
Mataji, one there
sees,
is, sorry, Mataji, as an interpreter, this is, I think, a little cultural because I see there's this deaf few Indian people who do dance, no? Like Shilpa Mataji also. They do those kind of things, no? They are doing
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
I've seen.
stories and it's poetic format, no? So that is
Correct, that's
signed
poetic only.
poetry,
Sign
no?
poetry, yes, yes. Yes, sign poetry. I have seen many deaf do that and they do it so beautifully. There's no music, There is no words, but they dance very well.
So poetry and
So
science, Mataji, but it's very different.
yeah, correct, correct, correct. From the hearing person to a deaf person, it's very different, definitely.
And there, I'm sure there are deaf people who also write poetry. There's just different forms, I think. There are deaf people
Uh,
who write poetry in their own written languages and they sign poetry also. They have something called VV also, visual vernacular, which is a form of
okay.
poetry. They would
Oh,
sign, they would do a bird coming like that, and suddenly the bird will become small and it come closer. Then it becomes the same thing. So there are these forms of visual poetry. But I
okay.
understand the point. This was a little cultural, I said, because the thing is that poetry has to be written, which I think is
Yeah,
not. The poetry is also signed. It's in the express
right.
of the body and stuff like that. Just a little bit. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm back
I'll
to
give
as an
you I
interpreter now.
yeah. No, I'll give you one very small detail about it. So when we read, Bhagavad Gita, we see that Krishna can be felt. Now, it is more of a thing to be felt, not by our senses, not like we can touch and see. For example, the smell in a flower. Okay, then we have taste. That the what whatever we might drink, we can drink cold drink, or we can drink tea, coffee. But when we are thirsty, what is the best thing that quenches our thirst? So what is that thing?
You want more of it?
No, water. So have you ever felt that there's nothing more tasty than water? When we are thirsty, the best thing to have is water. Correct?
Shilpa
Okay,
Mataji
I'll
is
give
saying
you
cold water.
anything. In summers, it is cold water. In winters, it is little warm water. So it depends on what season we are in. Okay, I'll give you another. So we have covered one water, and then we have smell in flower. Then we have this. Okay, when it is raining, when the rain just starts, have you noticed a smell when it falls on the mud, when it falls on the ground? There is a very special smell that comes. Anybody notice that? Correct?
They know that smell, Mataji.
Then they know that smell. Okay. So now, very beautiful one chapter is there in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that, these are actually very subtle things to make people understand, but probably deaf can understand it very well. So Krishna says that I am that taste in water. I am that fragrance in a flower. I am that smell which comes when it starts raining. Then when the sun comes, the light and the heat of the sun is, see, Krishna says, I am that light. I am that heat. So anybody who can understand all these things actually is a poet. When you experience these things, and you start dancing when you notice, like when the rain comes, have you seen how happy we become when we start dancing? We Our mood changes. And when we are very thirsty, one cold glass of water, how much satisfaction we get. So a poet is somebody who can feel Krishna in all these small things. So when you see these small things in your life, you should get reminded about Krishna, because nobody can artificially put smell in a flower. No drink is as satisfying as water. The heat and light of the sun is only created by Krishna. The smell of rain comes because of Krishna's power. So when we start seeing Krishna in all these small things, and we start remembering Krishna, and we want to sing about and dance, thinking of these things in happiness, then you are a poet. And I'm sure all of you can experience these things in your life. Only thing is, you have to be little conscious of uh, seeing these things. Next time, when you drink a glass of water, think of Krishna. This taste is there because of Krishna. When you smell a flower, think of Krishna. When you get up in the morning at 5 o'clock and you see the beautiful sun, think of Krishna. Or on a full moon, the beautiful sun, moonlight is Krishna. So you get reminded of Krishna with all these things. So that actually is means that a devotee is a poet. Okay, so little clear. Could you understand a little bit? Could I help you in understanding? It's a little difficult thing to understand, probably from the way deaf understand, but I hope I could make it easy and understandable. So next time you remain alert about things around you. Okay. Devotee is expert. This is not very difficult to understand, I guess. So expert, according to Prabhupada, is somebody who is willing to do anything for Krishna. So I will give you an example in expert. Actually, Prabhupada was an expert devotee. He knew everything, not just about knowledge. So when Prabhupada goes to, I don't know any of you remember this when we were covering the life story of Prabhupada in 9, 10 episodes we did about Prabhupada. So in one first episode, I was telling that how when Prabhupada goes to America and nobody knows about Krishna, and Prabhupada's, in his own small kitchen, he used to cook, and that food he used to offer it to Krishna, and then he would distribute to all those people who were living in a very bad condition of life. I mean, they were all drug addicts. Hare Krishna. What happened?
I couldn't hear you, Mataji.
No, no, I stopped for you to finish the sign. Then I thought I'll proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Prabhupada would give that food and in the plates, and those drug addicts, they will eat that prasad. And then Prabhupada will wash their dirty vessels. He'll pick that jhuta bartan and he will wash them with their own hand, with his own hands. So imagine somebody who's at that level like Prabhupada, he would do such small jobs also because he wanted to spread Krishna consciousness in the Western countries, and nobody knew about Krishna. When Prabhupada had started, he would do all service, all kind of things he would do to spread Krishna consciousness. Because he knew by giving prasad, he can change the heart of people. That is why prasad is the first thing I again and again I tell you, you must give prasad to people because that is going to change the heart of the people. It will transform their hearts. So expert means that you are ready to do anything for Krishna. If any of you have observed the Jagannath Rath Yatra in Puri, when the Rath Yatra starts, uh, the king of Puri, traditionally it has been done, even now it is being done. The king of Puri comes and he lifts up the broom, jhadu uthake, he cleans in front of the cart. He cleans before the Ratha. Yeah. So why does he need to do that? He's a king. He's a rich man. So point I'm trying to explain here is that a devotee is an expert means that he can do anything for Krishna, anything to please Krishna. If you have seen devotees who are distributing Bhagavad Gita, they are standing on the road. Sometimes it is raining, sometimes the heat is very high. They are standing in scorching sun, unbearable weather conditions. Sometimes devotees, when they are distributing Bhagavad Gita, they get beaten also. We have many incidents where devotees are beaten, but a devotee is ready to take all kind of troubles for Krishna. So such a person is called expert who can do anything for Krishna. So real, actually, expert also means you surrender to Krishna, learn and use everything in Krishna's service, follow all the rules, regulation, preach Krishna consciousness, and then help others in becoming Krishna conscious also. So all these qualities comes as an expert. So is that clear? I can move on to the last quality. Okay, devotee is silent. So silent doesn't mean that devotee doesn't speak. Silent is means that he speaks only what is important for him to speak. He doesn't speak nonsense. He doesn't speak like nonsense talks. He doesn't do anything extra. He talks only about Krishna. So suppose any of you who meet or do a phone call, instead of doing gossip, You should just talk about Krishna. So that is the meaning of being silent. So when it comes to talking, he can endlessly talk about Krishna. He need not stop himself from speaking. He never closes his mouth when his when it comes to Krishna. He can always chant Hare Krishna mantra. But if somebody is talking, against Krishna, or if somebody is trying to fool you or take advantage of you, then it is better to remain silent. It is better to stay away where people are trying to use you, or people are trying to talk nonsense. It is better to remain silent in such conditions. Otherwise, when it comes to Krishna, you can speak endlessly about Krishna. You need not stop from talking. You can continue talking about Krishna, but when it comes to talking other worldly things, it is better to remain silent. And especially when somebody is talking against Krishna. There are people who just don't like how Krishna is, or Krishna is God, or somebody is fooling you or disturbing you when you are chanting. It is better to remain silent. Somebody who's disturbing you in your bhakti life, no need to fight, just remain silent. So, those are the qualities of a great devotee. With that, we have finished our 26 qualities, and we'll take a short break and we will come back to question answers. You all can chat. I'll just also have a little water break. I'll just join you. You all can chat. Hare Krishna. So before I take any questions, I have a small request. I want one person to please volunteer in making a very small announcement video that we are done with our Bhakti Vriksha course and we will be very soon starting revision of all these classes. The 60, if in case anybody has missed any lecture, any class, they can see the summary of these learnings. So uh, basically, it can go as an information video that anybody who has missed those classes, please join uh, from these Sunday classes or whatever to join as a and learn whatever they have missed during these sessions. So if anybody can volunteer and make a small video, it will be very helpful for the new people. So can anybody do that? Anybody can raise hand and I can then personally tell what to sign. Why nobody wants to volunteer? It's a small video.
No, there's Shilpa Mataji is one. Shilpa Mataji.
Shilpa is always
All
there,
of
but nobody else.
Mataji says, Shilpa Mataji says, I can also help. It doesn't have to be me. I can support them also. Jyotika is
Yeah,
saying, Jyotika can do it.
yeah. Jyotika and Shilpa
Vinita
are
is saying,
always there. Uh, Vinita is saying, okay.
Vinita says she can do it. Shilpa says, Mataji, we can have more and more people do it.
Okay, so
It's
okay,
always
I
good. Shilpa Mataji
okay,
can teach also, whosoever is.
okay. So
I think
I
Tejal
what I
Mataji also raised her hand.
yeah. So what I
How many
want
videos,
is
Mataji?
just one only, just an announcement that we will soon be starting a revision video, a revision of whatever 64 classes we will we will be covering in say I don't know how much time it will take to cover because it's a big syllabus 64 but I do want to do revision actually. Maybe in 1 hour class 15 minutes every week we can do some revision and then we can do the new topic that also we can do. What does everybody suggest? Any suggestion? What is the best way to do? I was thinking, my idea was first 15 minutes classes, the sorry, first 15 minutes to 20 minutes revision, and then we can move to a new topic. Is this okay? I mean, or should we first finish the revision?
Sorry, first finish the lecture and then do revision.
No, no. See, there are two ideas. One is
First
spend
revision.
first a couple of weeks like Bhakti Vriksha classes only. Couple of 1 hour only. We just do revision only for say 1 month, for 10, 5 classes, 6 classes. I don't know how much time it will take. Or every class 15 minutes revision and then new topic. So what is the suggestion? What does everybody feels about this?
It's mixed, Mataji. So you summarize, right? You summarize and shorten some pointers from
See
the
what
weeks, right,
Saurabh,
Mataji?
like I want to tell you that it is not easy to remember these 64 classes. So revision is very important because these are all very basic philosophies which everybody should know. Otherwise, people will forget. So I feel that I think every class some 15 to 20 minutes revision and then the new topic. I think that sounds better.
Mataji, most of them are saying that it's okay, this is good.
Huh? This is better
Most of
right
them are
now.
saying this is going to be better. And I think
So
Kala Mataji is saying something.
okay, I can just spotlight her. Yeah, done.
Mataji, she's saying that, so all the lectures, no, Mataji, from week 1 to 64 are there on
Okay.
YouTube. We can all review all of that, watch these videos, make our notes, and
But
then we
nobody
come,
does it.
we will also.
See, what happens? No, it's a 1 hour session, and everybody will not be watching 1 hour session every time. Do you think people will do it? Nobody will do it. Ideally, people should watch from week 1 to week 62, 64, 3. Everybody should do.
Difficult, Madhavi,
It's difficult.
because
It's
it's
not,
been a
I don't
long
think,
time.
yeah,
You
it's
can
not
do it in
possible.
short bits, in short
Yeah,
bits.
short, but I say maybe I will combine 4 or 5 classes. I will see their summary and then I'll present in one class. So I have to work on that. I will not go class by class. I will just pick up uh, lessons from, say, first 5 to 6 weeks and put it in one class like that. Yeah,
Yeah, that is good, Madhavi. That is going
yeah.
to be good.
Hare Krishna.
Hmm. We just have three
Yeah,
minutes, Madhavi.
okay,
We could just try as many questions.
okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, and
Right.
the class one, all the weeks, 65 week. So uh, I'm working. I'm just trying to understand. Mataji. If you selected highlights basically from all the 64 weeks, if Anutama Mataji, you make, Mataji, if you, so Mataji is saying whether he can actually do some work for you.
Okay.
So whether he said week 1 to 64 all the way,
Okay.
whether he says that she would look at all the videos, look, and from there important she will choose and then sign and then send to you.
Oh, is
Is
that?
that
She can
okay?
do that? Yeah, that would be wonderful. But how will she be able to make clear what are the important points?
Yeah, she can do that, Mataji.
Okay, let's try it then. Let's try it. I mean, that's a good idea. Actually, we can form a team for that. Like you, Shilpa, Jyotika, Vinita, you all can do this work together. Like you can take 4, 4, 5, 5 classes and pick up important points.
Yes, Mataji, we can share. That is good.
Yeah, yeah. So probably on Wednesday we can discuss this with the women's group because most of the women only are volunteering. So we can discuss that in the women's group that if the interpreter comes. So if it's possible, please call the interpreter on Wednesday. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, we'll try that.
Okay, okay,
And one more thing, Mataji, thank you. One thing more.
okay. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Advaita Prabhu. Uh,
Yes.
saying that Adi Leela 6.4, 6.54, 34. Okay, Advaita Prabhu Adi Leela
Okay.
6.34, Mataji. She was trying to read but couldn't understand if she could help. Yeah.
Okay. Just send me the reference. Send me the on my WhatsApp message. Hare Krishna.
Mm. I think it's during Tulsi, it's related to the Tulsi Aarti when we are doing something related to the water. We have to do
Okay.
something related to
Okay.
that.
I'll check. First you send me, I'll check.
The women's group, Mataji?
Yeah, yeah. We no, no. To me personally, you send it.
Mataji.
Can take last Uma's question.
Yeah. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Namaskar.
Krishna.
Do we have to write Instagram? Mataji.
Okay.
So what will be done, Mataji, after these videos? Will they be put on Instagram or on YouTube or something like that?
Yeah,
If
if
we
they
make
are
those videos?
if they are short videos and very smartly we can cut and put knowledge based, like whatever knowledge we have learned from these 64 weeks, if it can be nicely put into points and presented, we can also put it in our WhatsApp groups, the Instagram groups. That'll be very great. I mean, it's a very great project actually. It'll become like a project if all of you can come together and take take responsibility of say 5, 5, 5, 5 weeks also. Then very soon we can cover these things and we can discuss that in women's group also with the help of an interpreter. We can put them in Instagram so that new people can also learn, and it will become a revision for all of us. We can actually very smartly learn whatever we have learned in 64 weeks. We don't have to sit and watch 1 hour video then, and that will be very nice. Very nice. That will be really great if we all can come together. So I appreciate if some people can take responsibility of separately meeting.
So Mataji, she's saying that we can choose ourselves, no? We can choose whosoever wants what they want to do.
No, first let's do one thing. Let's meet in a group and decide. Not like that. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of confusion. So you can just take 5 weeks, or whatever, depending on how many people volunteer. Hmm.
One question, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Quick,
I had written
short question.
something.
Okay.
I've decided.
Wow. Beautiful. Oh, Krishna is on the tree,
Yes, Mataji,
mango,
it's an apple tree, mango tree or something. Then it's throwing the mangoes,
and Radharani is
and
giving.
Radharani is picking them up.
Yeah, very beautiful. Mm.
What should I write here, Mataji? I want to also knit some kind of a wording or a phrase or something like that.
Some song.
Some quote. She said no songs, Mataji. Some nice quote or some two phrases or something like that about Krishna,
Acha.
related to,
Okay.
Krishna calling Radha, Krishna remembering Radha, Radha remembering
Ha,
something
ha,
like that.
ha.
And Hindi, Mataji, not
Hindi.
English.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll send. I'll think and send.
This is not mangoes, Mataji, actually. They're
Okay.
oranges.
Oh, not
They're not
mango. Okay.
mangoes. They're oranges.
Okay.
So that is something I don't know related to oranges. I don't know how to write that kind of phrases, Mataji. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I
I'll
have some
send.
time.
Okay.
Please remember, Mataji, you give it to me, then I'll
Sure,
type.
sure.
I'll do it.
Sure, sure. I'll do that. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll soon discuss this about summarizing. On Wednesday, we can discuss that. Hmm. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So next class is the last class of our Bhakti Vriksha. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Saurav.